Clash of Clans, one of the most popular strategy games out there, at least on mobile. It's so popular that there's even an animated series about it, and it gets several million views per video. This one has 20 million views. Those are some PewDiePie numbers right there. So this game clearly has quite the fan base, especially for a mobile game. So let's take a look at that game. First, I want to give you a brief summary of the game, just in case you're not familiar with it. Clash of Clans is a waiting game, but it is also a strategy game. From the beginning of the game, your objective is to defend your village. To do so, you have to upgrade your defenses, to keep your defense up and to make sure attackers will have a hard time destroying your village. Upgrading defenses and other things have a waiting time. At first it's very short, but as you upgrade something more and more, the upgrade time becomes more and more. That's what I meant earlier when I said that this is a waiting game. Upgrading things does cost something though, resources, that is, gold, elixir, and dark elixir. Gold is mostly used to upgrade defenses and elixir production. Elixir is used to train and upgrade troops and also your other military capabilities, as well as gold production. Dark elixir, which you unlock later on into your game, is used to train and upgrade dark elixir troops. You can also upgrade heroes. Heroes are tough troops that you can use in every battle. When they're defeated in a battle, you have to wait for them to regenerate their health before engaging in the next one. When they're done attacking, you can use your heroes to defend your village. They're good holdups for enemy troops, allowing your defenses to tear them apart. All those resources can be obtained a couple different ways. You can produce your own resources by using your resource production buildings. You can attack other villages, which may or may not grant you a lot of resources, because it depends on who you attack. And lastly, you can use gems to get them. Gems can be used to buy resources or instantly finish an upgrade. The amount of which it costs to finish an upgrade depends on how much time is left before the upgrade finishes, meaning how much time the gems will save you. Gems can be obtained by removing obstacles, using the gem mine in the builder base, completing achievements, and buying gems with real money. Which must be how they make money, because the game doesn't have any ads, which is pretty great because no one likes those. Anyways, now that I've given you a very brief summary of the game, let's talk about how good it is. To start off, the game is very unique compared to any other game I've played. Part of that uniqueness is from the cartoony graphics. Sure, there's a lot of other mobile games with cartoony graphics, but for the type of game that Clash of Clans is, cartoony graphics aren't incredibly common anymore, at least to me. Nowadays, a lot of strategy games use more realistic graphics, which is fine, but I'm not very drawn toward those type of games because my experience with those types of games are very negative, because I find that most of the ones I've played are boring and repetitive, and because they're boring and repetitive, I stop playing after a few days. You could argue that Clash of Clans is repetitive, but even if it is, the game manages to keep you playing anyway, because you never run out of things to do. There is always a little something you can do to make just a bit of progress on your village, and every time I made progress I felt very accomplished, the same way I feel after releasing a new video. And people like a game that makes them look or feel good, which keeps you playing for longer, which makes it a good time killer. But it's only a good time killer at home because you need Wi-Fi to play it, or data, I guess, but I don't have a provider because I'm cheap and I don't have a job. Clash of Clans also does a great job at making the game fair. It's not perfect, but most of the time you attack someone, the fight will be between players of similar level, and even if it's not, you can simply skip it and fight someone else. I point this out because I've never seen another game use a more reliable fair system when it comes to who should attack who. In almost every Empire game I've played, you have a place on a map surrounded by people who started at the same time you did, but there is a problem with this. If any of your neighbors make progress while you're taking a break, then they may be ahead of you, which means they have the superior troops and defenses. And if they continue to progress faster than you, then when they inevitably attack you, you are absolutely destroyed or left with no troops and are clueless to how you would have prevented that. And since I work at a slow pace, this is a huge problem for me in these type of games. But Clash of Clans' system for fairness is much better. It's called the trophy system. If you win a battle or an attacker fails to defeat your village, you get trophies. And if you lose a battle or an attacker manages to destroy your village, you lose trophies. This makes trophies a good way to measure your level. This helps the game figure out who you should attack and who should attack you. This way, lower level players will only fight lower level players. Same goes for higher level players, making it more fair. I was going to add some negative comments in here as well, but I really can't think of anything negative about the game. And I think that's because the game has been around since 2012, and I watched a video that showed Clash of Clans back in 2012, and it was a bit different. The visuals were very different than they are today, which means the game has been tweaked and updated at least a little bit. So along the way, they've likely fixed any bugs and problems that the game may have once had. They've also added some new features like the season challenges, which they introduced fairly recently in the spring 2019 update, so the game is always improving. If I was to describe how good it is in one sentence, I would say, what other games did wrong, Clash of Clans did right. I realized after writing most of the script that people are currently leaving bad reviews because of things like crashes, connection issues, something about bait and switch when you get to Legendary, I don't know. I'm not experiencing any issues at the moment, so if any Clash of Clans players who know what's going on are watching this video, can you leave a comment informing me and my other viewers what's going on? That would be grand, thanks. So thanks for watching, I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, then leave a like, and if you want more mobile game reviews, then subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so you never miss a video. If you want to help out my channel, the best thing you can do is share it around the internet or by word of mouth. The exposure motivates me to continue making these videos for you to enjoy. I've been Jacob Lance, and I hope to see you again next time.